Welcome guys to another day in review. So these were the results that happened today. And yeah, I actually took some notes down. So we'll start off with Portugal and Congo. I'm actually quite disappointed with how Portugal played. But I expected this, but later on in the tournament, not against DR Congo. Honestly, if they want to go far, they need someone like Pedro Neto, because of the pace. And playing Silva in Big 2026 in the wings, something must be wrong somewhere because even Pep realized he's not a winger anymore and he plays him alongside Rodri. And I also mentioned the midfield was kind of overrated because Vitinha and Neves always played in the 3 with PSG and they had Zaire Emery or Fabian Ruiz. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes is not that type of players. And I mentioned again Pedro Neto, right? Bruno Fernandes needs pace in front of him. Ronaldo doesn't have pace. Silva doesn't have pace, so everything has to go through Pedro Neto, which is how they scored the first goal anyways. Let's be honest, Cristiano is not elite anymore and Roberto Martinez. I think Martinez was never elite in my opinion. I had them losing to Argentina in the quarters, but now honestly how they played against Congo, with how easy Congo could transition and could have won actually. I can see them going out earlier, especially if they finish second or third. It would push them to the upper part of the draw, which is so much harder than the bottom part. Yeah, like I said, the World Cup is quite unforgiving. So Colombia is most probably going to get first after this. I expect Colombia to beat DR Congo. How are they going to counter this kind of problems? They should have selected players like Carlos Forbes and Rodrigo Mora in my opinion. But still have Conceição. I think Conceição should replace Bernardo Silva. So at least you have Neto and Conceição, and Ronaldo still wants to play. At least you still have two pacey wingers. You can't play Ronaldo and Bernardo Silva in the same thing. It just doesn't make sense to me. And then next up, we have England against Croatia. Bro, England is basically like Arsenal, man. They're so boring in possession. Good in set piece. The only difference is they have Harry Kane and Arsenal have Gyökeres. But I was quite impressed with them in the second half. Their pressing was good, especially from Jude Bellingham, Anthony Gordon, and Madueke. Also for Croatia, Modric starting in 2026 is crazy. What's worse is they brought on Kovacic. That's even mad. You can see the midfield depth, right? Not very good. England was also quite vulnerable, Every time they went in front, they tried to sit back. They couldn't really defend. Not starting Gehi for me is, I just don't understand. Why is Gehi not starting? He tried to take out Rice and put Bellingham in midfield. That didn't work. Took out Bellingham and put James in midfield. That didn't work as well. What's the point of bringing the other midfielders like Henderson and Mino? It just didn't make sense, right? That's why I said, how is Portugal not getting on this plane? He should easily be a cover-up for Henderson or Rice. But first game, 4 goals, job done. Probably going to get much easier for them, This is the hardest match in their group in my opinion, especially after watching Ghana and Panama play. It's looking good for them. I have them reaching the semi-finals. And then next we will go up to Panama and Ghana. Bro, I was quite impressed with Panama. I'm not gonna lie. They just lack the quality, but they impressed me so much. And especially Thomas Christiansen, top-notch coaching. He was elite out of possession. 3-2-5, 3-1-6, always overloading the players in the box when they attack. Definitely outcoached old man Queiroz. What is Queiroz still even doing with the national team at the World Cup? Insane. And yeah, I was searching up Thomas Christiansen, who was the Panama manager. No surprise that he has a La Masia background, was under Johan Cruyff and he was the manager. So yeah, makes sense with the way he's playing. Really, really good. It's just unlucky they just didn't have the type of players. Honestly, if this match was the other way around, this would have been a beating. It would have been a beating of epic proportions. This guy Queiroz, it was criminal for him to start Jordan Ayew ahead of Brandon Thomas Asante. You saw how much impact BTA had when he came on for Ayew. Crazy to start Ayew ahead of him. Next match, I expect BTA to start, but let's see. And lastly, we had Colombia beating Uzbekistan 3-1. Bro, with how it's going, Colombia are going to win their World Cup group again. I think this is going to be the 3rd or 4th time. Quite impressed with them, to be honest, but these guys, I tell you, I think they already had in mind that they were going to win this match no matter what happened. So they were so chill when they were winning. They were like, Uzbekistan not going to do anything. And even I thought Uzbekistan was not going to do anything, Cannavaro set them up in a 5-4-1. You can't just let Shomo Rudolph play up alone, right? It made it really, really hard for them to do anything in the transition. And yeah, Colombia did well. They dominated the ball. The fullback was basically wing backs. Second half, Uzbekistan did better. Like when I said dominated the ball, like really put two centre backs at the back, and Munoz and I think it was Lusumi. Not really sure who was the left back. No, they were just overloading, so it wasn't a surprise that Munoz got a goal. What a beautiful goal that was too. And yeah, Diaz cost them a lot of problem. Didn't see the special magic James had, because I think he's getting older as well. So maybe we will see less of it. Because previously, even though he wasn't playing for top teams, he was younger, like the Copa America, the previous World Cup. So yeah, now he's a bit older and he's more reserved. They even took him off middle of the second half. But yeah, I'm really happy to see Uzbekistan in the World Cup. I've been following these guys for a while. They are always so unlucky to miss out. Either like the last playoff spot they miss out, or they finish second in their group and they don't get into the playoffs. I feel like they're very unlucky. Happy to see them doing well. Football is going in their country as well. But yeah, it was just a step too far against Colombia. To be honest, if they play like that, they could do something against Congo and Portugal. Because the 5-4-1 could earn them a draw, but come on, you have to play 4-4-2. At least Shomo Rudolph, and I'm not sure who scored the goal. Maybe he can be the supporting striker, but 5-4-1, you can't really do that in 2026. Like I said, we saw that against PSG against Liverpool, like the 4-4-1-1. You can't just leave one man in attack. It's really hard for him to do anything, and especially if Shomo Rudolph doesn't have that much of pace compared to the two Colombian defenders, it's really hard for them. But yeah, that was my day in review. See you guys tomorrow for another matchup, and this is going to be week 2. It's already been 1 week so fast. But yeah, I'm enjoying the FIFA World Cup. It's been amazing so far. Couple of surprises, but yeah, I really expected much more of Portugal, man. Like not throughout the tournament, but especially against DR Congo.